course, that would be the best case. What's the expectation? And that's another question that I'm polling here. What is the expectation on the India-US BTA being done? Those of you who believe that we are going to see the India-US BTA conclude, the expectation, the hope, the assumption was that by fall this year. Those of you who believe that it will be done by fall this year, by November, which was the timeline estimated, do raise your hands. And those who believe that it will perhaps spill over into next year, raise your hands. So those who believe it will be done by this year, the India-US bilateral trade agreement, if you can raise your hands, please. Okay, a fair number. Those who believe that it's likely to slip into the next year, next financial year or next calendar year, well, there's more who believe that it'll probably get done this year, so that's certainly good news. Janmejai Sinha, you just did a presentation on why you believe that American exceptionalism is over, and you believe that this is going to be an opportunity for India. What's the best case? What do you believe India needs to deliver on to ensure that we leverage on this?
See, the basis of American exceptionalism was limitless risk-free capital, talent and R&D. All of those become available. So India needs to, of the $27 trillion of risk-free capital floating around in the US, even if we target 100 billion, which is nothing, but 100 billion, even if we create 9 centers of advanced learning or whatever, with 1,000 crores each, then we can attract and get these H-1Bs and students to land. And if we, instead of having R&D at 0.56, move it to even 1% of GDP, then we are already on that way, in the sense that it is tragic that an opportunity of this magnitude, of this size, if we don't capture it, then we can sit here and in 10 years from now say, India misses opportunities. And to blame, it will not be the government.
Yeah.
It will be everyone sitting in this room. So everyone should look inside and say, I'm a loser. Fine, then India will be a loser.
So to borrow from John F. Kennedy, ask not what your government or your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Let's throw this open. What is the number one thing that India Inc. needs to do to leverage on the opportunity?
Get talent. Everyone in this room should be trying to hire 50 people from the US. And I don't think they've got the plan.
Does anybody here have the plan to bring back those who are dealing with the uncertainty of H-1B to India? Anyone here who wants to take up Janmejai Sinha's challenge? Shobana, go ahead.
I want to be proven wrong, Shobana. I want to be proven wrong.
No, I go with Roshni that says it's just been the weekend and this thing is still evolving. But I think it has been part of today's conversation that we look at it as an opportunity and we understand that there's enough talent. And many of these companies are looking for such talent. As we transition into AI, we know that there'll be the best of healthcare. So for us, it's an opportunity. But the second opportunity I see for us is when it becomes tougher for the rest of the world to go to the US, India becomes a really good place. Like the Proton we have here in Tamil Nadu is the only one in Asia, and people can come from all over. So I think every one of us should introspect at this time to see how we can make this crisis work for us.
Roshni?
So, Shereen, just from our experience over the last 25 years of, at least investing in educational institutions for the country. But, I think it's time to also retrospect and question that why did that talent leave in the first place? And was it that they were just looking for better opportunities and jobs, but it was also the ecosystem? And if you have to create the ecosystem in the country, and at the risk of sounding repetitive, because I've said this before as well, innovation and R&D plays a huge role, and also the patent ecosystem. And it's absolutely critical that for a lot of this talent, which is unable to go now to the US or is considering coming back for all these reasons, and could be other reasons as well, to continue to invest in building institutions, continue to invest in building R&D and research, and across various fields, right? I was mentioning to the Foreign Secretary earlier that sovereign technology each country is looking at building its own sovereign technology, whether it's in semiconductor, whether it's going to be in AI, whether it's going to be in quantum. They're actually going to be extremely exciting areas for people to come back and work in and do research in. And then, of course, Tamil Nadu wants to take even leadership in space tech. So there are very interesting opportunities, but people want to harness also the investment.
Yeah.
And that's going to be absolutely critical.
So